Hi, my name is David Militello. I own Sophie Steakhouse and Bar in South Haven, along with a couple of other unique concepts. Been in business since 1999 and going strong. I initially got digital dining to control costs. The two main factors in my business are labor and cost of goods sold, and there were a few systems out there that controlled those costs, but I found that digital dining was definitely the most unique when it came to reporting and tracking and just general usability. The overall reporting of it, it's highly customizable. I've made more reports that have worked specifically for my business than anything else. Obviously, I love the general reporting function. I can do a lot of importing and exporting. The on-the-fly labor reporting for my management staff when they're actually running the business, among other things. So those are the two major, most important things. One of the key things that I do in my business is I run it on a budget. So digital dining definitely helps me do that. I use the costing function, so we always know our cost of goods sold targets, and we compare them on a weekly basis. I use the labor scheduling function because we budget our labor on a weekly basis, and it helps us manage it and hit our targets in labor as well. One of the things digital dining has done is it's taken my practices that I teach in other restaurants, and it's kind of helped me bridge the gap between what we teach as standard practice and then how the rubber hits the road, when we're actually running the business. Meaning there's a lot of theory out there of how to have a budget for a restaurant, but what do you do with it once you have it? And digital dining definitely bridges that gap in the way of some of the things I mentioned before, using labor scheduling, using the costing options, that open source reporting, if you want to call it that. We can customize just about anything to make it work for it. So when we converted at one of my other restaurants called the Thirsty Perch Grille, we changed over from terminals to handhelds, and one of the neat functions, training functions that digital dining had was to run the actual terminal or the actual handheld screen on the terminal. So it was a pretty seamless changeover for our staff in the fact that we got to utilize the handheld function on the terminal beforehand. Once trained on the handhelds, our table turns increased, our efficiency increased in the front of the house when we were at capacity, definitely. There was a lot of the handhelds bought us a lot of time on the inside of the restaurant. Meaning if I ring something up, it's immediately at the kitchen, it's immediately at the bar. So it saved us a whole lot of time when we're cashing out at the table. It just creates a level of efficiency that is unheard of. So one of the major changes I made in my company with customer service came because we switched over to handhelds, and we took a team service approach to our customer service, which in other words is we have a front server or a sales server, and then we have a back server or a person that runs food, that does all the other work, and it's along with the handhelds, it's increased our efficiency. It's increased our face time with the guest. Overall, just customer service has increased by leaps and bounds. So.